How y'all doing? Woo woo. I'm back on the laptop because I don't really like it, not how the eye looks on the iPad, right? Because I have to lay it sideways. And then on top of that, it just is crazy. But the thing I don't like about the laptop, being on the laptop, y'all, is the comments is special, right? It's hard to keep up with the comments. But anyway, I know I'm getting on here kind of late, but you guys, ooh, today's been a rough day. Oh, it is a Monday for sure. I know y'all was on holiday, right? Because it's Memorial Day. So I'm sorry, but you're not all going to get a happy Memorial Day from me because I think today people should be honored, but I think it's kind of hard to celebrate today, right? Today is one of the more sad holidays in America, I think. My opinion, right? That's all that matters, right? But to me, but no, seriously. So, but it's Memorial Day, so I hope you guys enjoyed, whatever you did today, whatever it looked like. Here in Stark, Florida, where we live, it rained. We actually were invited to go over to a very, to somewhere, but that wasn't going to be a big crowd, but we did not go. It was raining, and it was just yucky, and not only that, it's been a rough day around here today, guys. Julian had an event, right? An episode. I say event because it's pretty consuming when it occurs, but I was outside talking with one of my cousins and Jonathan. We was all outside talking, and Christopher came and said that Julian had just went out the front door. It was about, I guess about 11 this morning. Just kind of weird because Julian, we hardly any of us use the front door often. Javier's the only one that really uses the front door of the house because he parks out front in the driveway. But anyway, Julian was sleepwalking and having a night terror of some sort at the same time, and he was. But he actually walked out the front door and was walking down the street in the neighborhood, and I actually ran out the door behind him. And, when I call him Pa or Brown Sugar Bear or something like that, hey, AC, how you doing? Hey, Shay. He doesn't really respond when he's in those states, when those things happen. So I have to call him by his last name, and that's how I get his attention. That's another reason when I know it's like military that related to his PTSD is because it's just certain ways he responds or answers, right? So, but anyway, I finally got him aware that he was outside, and we got back in, and he went in the room and he just kind of fell in the bed. He didn't have any shoes on or anything like that. He is still in his basketball shorts and his shirt he sleeps in. So, so that was how the day started. I had been up for about an hour at that point when that happened. So, that happened, and then not long, maybe an hour ago, Zane had an episode, and he got very upset over something that happened on one of the games he plays. He plays Apex Legends. Look, I don't want nobody to tell me what he shouldn't be playing. Anyway, he plays Apex Legends, and Zane can't read, right? He still doesn't know all of his letters. So, but when he was on there, evidently they get these care packages or something, and he hit the button, and when he went to get it, somebody else got his stuff, and look, all I know, he will upset somebody got his loot. You hear me? His loot. So, that's happened. So it's just been a bunch of stuff going on, y'all. It gets interesting around here sometimes. You know, most days, it's pretty interesting. But today we had a conversation after that happened with Julian this morning, and he went back to bed. Jonathan and myself and Larice and Summer, and we were all sitting around talking. And the funny thing is that Julian didn't have any of these issues pre-combat, right? But he has these issues now. And the VA, wouldn't it be nice if they told each of the veterans who suffer the way Julian does, right? Because look, there are veterans that go over there and come back and they're not really affected. There are not just veterans, but there are active duty members that have deployed. For instance, I don't have any combat PTSD. So, that is just how, hey, cuz, that's just how it goes. Hey, sis, so, but wouldn't it be nice if they took and they would tell Julian, Julian, he's been working from home a lot, like 3 days a week out of the 5. So 2 days a week, he still has to physically go into his job. He's very limited contact because of me, but Julian's the only person that does his job in all of District 2 for the state of Florida. So he has to physically go in at least 2 days a week. But working from home, he actually feels better. Why should he, if his issues not being able to sleep, when he has these episodes, these events like this morning, things like that, why should he have to worry about going to somebody's job? Right? I understand he should have prepared better, but my husband has 2 master's degrees and a bachelor's in 3 different areas of practice. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he has done what he's supposed to do, but couldn't they do something that would help him? Yes, he has a high VA rating, but that's not enough to take care of a family. Are you kidding me? But he's not at 100%. Why should he have that stress? Why shouldn't they build homes for them? I mean, there's just so many things they could do. Put these people like Julian, give them 2 acres of land and a house. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got to be bothered. Because when Julian left out of this house this morning, walking up the road, not just sleepwalking, but fighting walking, he didn't know where he was. What if he got hit by a car? What if someone would have called the police? Anything could have happened. Our vets are in danger every day. Our combat vets, y'all, they go through so much. And then they gotta, figure out how to take care of their families and stuff. I feel like, honestly, and not because it's Julian, but both of us are veterans. I'm just not a disabled vet, and I don't have a VA rating because I didn't have anything happen. Well, I don't have any service-connected injuries or things, right? So I don't even use the VA because I don't even have to because Julian's retired. So anyway, I do get all my free stuff on Veterans Day though. I'm an avid Veterans Day free collector. So anyway, Julian doesn't like to, but he does it because I beg him. That's my little, he do that for me, but he really does not care about get any kind of benefits or freebies. I be trying to get them, and his too. So, but it's just sad that he has to live. We're living like that. He's like it's just sad, right? It is what it is. War is war, right? War is not meant to be good or fun or healthy for any of the parties involved. War is a lose-lose situation most of the time. Now, that being said, war is necessary. So, it is what it is. And he and me both loved our time in the Navy, and he loved his time with the Marines. And but it is what it is. It is what is our life, right? Just like with Zane, it is what it is. But I really think that we could do more, or know more. Like I realized today when I was running out of the house, right, to Julian this morning, and one of the neighbors was outside and some of their children, and they was looking like, what is going on? Because, I was hollering at Julian because he already was half a block ahead of me, right, before I got out the door behind him, because I was in the carport in the back. So, yeah, and he didn't have no shoes on, no nothing, y'all. I know the neighbors. I know that because I'd have been looking. Let's be honest. So, hey, Kyra, I love you, sweetie. But I know they was looking. So, why wouldn't you? I would look too. It is what it is. But they don't really know what's going on. Child, they might have thought we was fighting or something. One of them crazy little girls that run behind the road behind a man talking about, talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all all done seen them on TV, in the club, wherever. They get in a fight and she run behind him hollering at him. They might have thought that was going on, y'all. But Julian was just barefoot. Ain't know where he was. Ain't know who he was or me either. Well, he might have knew who he was. He didn't know who I was. He looked at me, Summer, and my brother Christopher. And he didn't slow down to look at, he looked through us like we weren't there. He didn't know who we were. And, but yeah, so that was how the morning started around these here parts. But let's see what else is going on. Not much really, y'all. It's not much going on around here other than that. We went to Crescent Beach yesterday, y'all. Y'all see my tan line? Y'all see it? It's still a little red, a little pink, but it'll be dark tomorrow. But I was in the sun. I went down there with Zane. Y'all, let me tell y'all this about Zane. So Zane, when he was little, like a toddler, right, loved the water. Like he would just jump in the water and stuff like that. Well, I don't know exactly what time he woke up, Nicole, because he came out of our room. He was asleep. And I was out back in the carport when they seen him. And so maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. No. Even when he wakes up, he's been off all day. No. He's been, it definitely is it affects him. There are times when he thinks that we the enemy, like we them, So, no, it definitely continues or does sometimes just occurs while he's awake. So, but this morning's episode, he was actually asleep still, I believe, because when I finally caught up on him, and then he was walking barefoot in the neighbor yard. Yeah, he was barefoot in the neighbor yard in his basketball shorts and his t-shirt that he sleep in. And when I got over there, and I don't touch him because he don't know you. So when he finally realized who I was, I seen the look in his eye. But at that point, he just starts looking around like he isn't like how I got here. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought he was in bed, and then he came in, crashed, and then when we just kept peeping in on him. But then when he got up about 2:30, He didn't even remember what had happened. He didn't have a clue. So yeah. Child, I take care of that man. That's my brown sugar bear. You understand? I love him. And the truth is he loves me. He takes just as good a care of me. If not better, because ooh Lord. Hey Lulu. Hey Toya. So yeah. So if anybody on here hear about my husband was walking down the road and I was yelling his name behind him on Memorial Day, they is not lying. I was running down the road behind him, yelling his name, and he was walking real fast, looking lost and confused away from me because he did not know where he was. So, hey, that's what happened. Yeah, Lou, your brother had an episode this morning. So, yeah, it just what it was, you know. Yeah, run out there, get him. And I got that guy back home. Y'all should have seen with my little arm around him, holding his hand, got him back like one of the patients at the nursing home, Toya. Girl, was like one of them Alzheimer's patients got out, right? Lead him back. But y'all, I love Julian, and he didn't pick this. The thing is, my husband didn't choose this. He didn't. He is not prideful, but he has enough pride that there's no way he would let me take care of him unless it was like that. But, you know, I thank God for the people in our lives because this isn't the first time this has happened. And there have been episodes that have been exponentially worse, right? But I thank God for those around us. You know, there are military family that Julian has that he was deployed with that here in Iraq or Afghanistan that we can call. And they will get on the phone and they will talk to Julian right then. Do you know what I'm saying? And they are a blessing to us, to our family. They're not on here, so I'm not going to say their names, but believe me, they know who they are. And Julian has even had an episode where, and I call them episodes because this it's not a psychotic break or nothing. It's just an episode. You understand? Or an event, whatever you want to call it. But I think about events, I think about cardiac stuff. So I try to stay away from that. So when he had an episode, but one episode he had, he wanted someone he was stationed with in Iraq, right? And that, you know, was in his immediate chain of command. And he needed to talk to that person. I called that person at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning, and they answered their phone. And they got on the phone with Julian, and they talked to him while he cried, while he processed what he was going through, while he, no questions asked. And it ain't somebody Julian talks to not even once a month. And they was there. See, those are the type of people that are in our lives. We are blessed. And shoot, I see y'all might be commenting. Hold on, y'all. If y'all saying stuff, I don't see nothing. Y'all know I'm special. I be messing with this stuff here. Oh shoot, there's a lot of stuff. Hey, Ross. Yeah, he all right, Lou. You know how he be off the rest of, you know, Lou and them, y'all, for those that don't know, Julian sits on here, but Yolanda Jones, y'all, that's my sister cousin. And Julian and her is like brothers and sisters, they're very close. And she has been there a time or four when stuff had jumped off. So, but he's okay. He's okay now. He's just kind of out of it, you know. And yes, I think, Nicole, honestly, sis, I think that's part of the trigger, you know, because honestly, on Memorial Day, he thinks about the sailors and Marines that he has lost, you know. And so, and there's no way to get around him knowing it's Memorial Day. What was I going to do? You know, that's also a lot of why Some certain holidays, we don't go nowhere. We don't do nothing. 4th of July is another one. We don't go nowhere because people be popping off fireworks. Julian, we just don't do it. It just is what it is. The thing is that we just like Julian, right? Julian sacrifices and still works to take care of us and provide a life for our family that we can live well. He chooses that, right? We choose, we can do without fireworks. We choose that, and that's okay. Because you know what? That's what love looks like. That's what family looks like. Sometimes what you choose ain't necessarily what you want to do, but it's what you have to do. If there's no sacrifice, then is there any true love? Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice, and he was the ultimate example of love. Regardless of how you view Jesus, if you think he was God reincarnate, a prophet, a mess, well, however you view him, Jesus in history has a legacy. And that's just plain and simple. And it's love, and love requires sacrifice. It doesn't necessarily have to be hurtful. Look, sacrifice isn't always harmful. Sacrifices sometimes feels amazing. But some people don't understand that. They all about what they gonna get. Nicole, I love you. And our relationship is different and independent. And I'm grateful for it. But, regardless, it's love, it's sacrifice. So I think we get back to more of that. It take care of all of this masks and all of this stuff. Look, if you don't want to wear a mask, guys, guess what? Do curbside pickup. You ain't even gonna get out your car. The way y'all love self-checkout, I really thought more of y'all would be jumped on the curbside delivery bandwagon. Y'all know I don't use none of that stuff. Because I don't like it. I want them cashiers to have a job. I enjoy my cashiers. Y'all, I know some of the cashiers by name. And I can't wait till I go in there when I go in there and see them and tell them how much I appreciate what they do. How many of y'all doing that? How many of y'all passing stockers at Walmart or stockers at Publix or stockers anywhere saying, how are you? Thank you for what you're doing. Right? Because, baby, they ain't got to. They could be home talking about they ain't working because of Corona, but these people working. We should be a lot more grateful and kind right now. We should be being kind. And I know that some of y'all on here think I'm thinking, whoa, April. But it's the truth. That's what we have to do. This is a time for kindness, right? Every day is a day to be kind. But let's talk back to about Zane and today. But Zane used to love the water, right? And so we got him, he took infant rescue swim and, but then he got scared of the water and he would not go in the water at all. This time we went to the beach. I was talking about why let me see. Y'all know I ain't got this stuff. You see my tan line, y'all? We went to the beach yesterday. We got to the beach at 9 o'clock so we could set up a 10 by 10 tent and put sidewalls on it so could make sure none of their germs get to us. But we got there and I enjoyed my time. But Zane was down in the water because all of a sudden we go to the beach this year and Zane is out in the waves jumping and bouncing and wanting floats and just body surfing and just, having a good time. So we had to watch him. So my shift, I put sunscreen on, SPF 100 as a matter of fact, and I still got a little paint, but it ain't so it'll be dark. I told Julian I'm trying to get his tan for the summer over. Child, boo, y'all know that ain't gonna happen, but I try. But yeah, so Zane has went through that transition, and then he's having a hard time. A lot of Zane's schedule. Zane has a routine, and we really have to stick to the routine. So he's used to going to therapy, OT and PT on Mondays. He goes to school at the same time. I'll walk him to the gate, or Javier, whichever one of us take him. I pick him up. It's just very regimented, Zane's life. So when this COVID-19 happened, school stopped, right? Then he's going to be 7. So guess what's naturally occurring in Zane's body? His body is changing. He's growing up. So he's got all of this going on, plus all of these changes going on, plus trying to figure out what we're going to do next around here. He can't go. I can't take him. Hey, cuz. Hey, Linda. He's not able to go to the parks because of me. Of 5 or 6 of the top risk factors they list, I have 4 of them. I have an autoimmune disease. I've had a heart attack. I have a compromised immune system due to the meds I take for my autoimmune. And I also am a type 2 diabetic. So it doesn't matter. I got to stay in the house. If I have to get steroids, my sugar going to be out of order. My A1C 6.5, y'all. I'm trying to stay there. And I don't take any insulin. So, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. So we trying to maintain that, but Zane, Zane's his therapy. And so anyway, we're going through all of this stuff and all of these changes, trying to figure out, what we're going to do when school starts back, because look, guys, those suggestions for what the schools can or should, or based on their area, they should make good choice judgment calls, which I'm not too confident in Bradford County currently in that area. But for the powers that be that'll be making the decisions, right? Because y'all, your favorite teacher isn't making the decision. Anyway, I don't have a lot of confidence in them. But Zane ain't gonna wear no mask. Like I said the other night when we was talking about him, Zane doesn't wear long sleeve shirts or pants because he doesn't like them on him. He doesn't wear jackets. Zane, but he'll wear a beanie. So it's just, look, Zane's difficulties or Zane's difficult challenges are Zane's challenges, and we work with them. But I don't know how we're gonna. I don't know how we as a family are going to work that. And I know there are children and parents whose exceptionalities are greater or more. They may have more number, or it may be more severe than what Zane's are. So, and their challenges are different, right? All of them may not have the neurological disorder that Zane has. All of them may not have an expressive language disorder. They all look different, but it's still a challenge nonetheless. And I don't know how some of these things are going to work. You don't want them sharing. Some of them will never understand you not wanting them to share. So how are you going to keep them from doing that? How are you going to keep them in a mask? I don't want you telling Zane all that. And not only that, think about the mental anguish of this child or the teacher having to constantly say, put your mask on, 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 put your mask on. Because that's what it's going to sound like with a kid like Zane. Do you understand? And then from Zane's perspective, all he's going to hear is, why do you keep telling me to put this on? I don't want it on my face because it feels like it's suffocating me. I feel like it's too tight. I cannot breathe. I don't want to breathe. I feel like you're picking on me. I feel like this isn't fair. Because this is stuff that Zane is going to think, because Zane does not have the ability to process what they're telling him due to his expressive language disorder and his neurological disorder. He doesn't. And due to his sensory issues, he is not going to want to wear that mask. He's just not going to wear one, whether it ties, loops behind his ears, whatever, he's not going to wear it. He doesn't like anything that makes him feel restricted in any form. So there's so many things on that list that I just don't see how it will happen, right? I don't see how that works for us. So the option is FLVS, which I know nothing about except for that's Florida virtual school. I know nothing about it, honestly. And I know it's online, but I mean, I don't know how it works. And then I don't know, like, what about Zane? Zane does PT. No. He does OT and speech and language at school. And he has a great teacher. So what do I do? I'm not that good of a teacher, y'all. I'm telling you that. Period, point blank. I am not a good teacher. Ask any of them high school students that I taught when I was subbing at the high school. I taught them, right, like the science class, but if I was literally just subbing in a class, y'all, I was just kicking it for real. I know y'all gonna say, but you was a substitute. Y'all, them kids in high school, and that teacher left a lesson plan. Y'all forgot y'all was in high school? Not everybody could be Dr. Benetti. Somebody had to be Mr. Williams. Ooh, all my graphic people, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? What about Mr. Lundquist, right? Who was Mr. Lundquist? Ooh, Lord, he was an amazing teacher. But y'all know what I think about when I was in school? We had some phenomenal teachers. But yeah, no, I'm not that teacher, right? So I was that kick it teacher. And Mr. Williams was a great teacher, but he was just more laid back. Like he understood we were children, right? A little crazy. Dr. Benetti had no understanding for crazy. None. Better figure it out. You understand? She does not care. You was a college student in her class, and you would call her doctor because she earned it. And I don't blame her. She did earn it. So shoot, we should have been happy to call her doctor. But child, I was just as special and petty. I refused. I just call her Miss Benetti just on purpose. Now, y'all know I was son, don't make no darn sense, but I sure was that student. But that's why I tell people, I thank God for our 6 children. Shay, Summer, Kyra, Jonathan, Bryson, and Javier. Because listen, those are the 6 children we raised. All 6 of them graduated and got through school with no issues. The only one that had any trouble, it wasn't really issues, was Shay when she had Zane. She didn't, but she went back to school and graduated. She pushed through, she accomplished it, she got it done. No extra years, no cutting up, no barely made it, no, look, they crossed the line. Oh, but y'all, if I'm teaching Zane, I ain't so sure. I'm gonna make sure, the thing is I know all teachers aren't created equal, so I look for the best for Zane. Even at public school, there are phenomenal teachers. But even in Stark, there are some I think some of the best teachers in the world in Florida might be here in Stark. But child, they darn show some of the worst, I think, too. Just facts. But they don't make teachers today like they used to, right? They just aren't the same. Nothing's the same as it used to be. Ain't no nickel candy, and people just different. So, you know, but if it's not broke, why fix it, right? The old school mentality, that drill sergeant that do what I say, you don't need an opinion, till you can pay a bill. When you can pay a bill, you can have an opinion. What you need an opinion for and you can't pay for nothing? An opinion and you ain't got no money. Child, all our children know if you ain't got no job, you ain't got no opinion. And I don't pay for house help. You live here too. But the world, I don't know what be going on with people out there. They can be going along with a lot of stuff. No. You sure know he didn't come out from under nothing like that there. No, sir. No. When you got a job, you can do what you want to do with your money. You don't got to give me none of it, but baby, you ain't like Javier. We've continued, we paid for his car. We just stopped paying for his car. So because he started working all these extra hours, because they out of school. So I told him he can make his car pay, but we still paying the expensive stuff, his insurance and his unlimited cell phone plan through Sprint with an iPhone 11, whatever the 3-camera thing called, y'all. Y'all know I don't know. Don't nobody laugh at me to see this now or later. I don't know what it's called, but it's the one with the little 3 cameras on the back. That iPhone. He got all that going on. Child, Javier living his best life. Buying $300 shoes. That's how good he living. Y'all know how many pair of shoes I could buy with $300? Because I ain't buying nothing but flip-flops. I don't even like sandals no more. The straps make my feet swell. So I'll be wearing flip-flops. Y'all know how many pair of flip-flops I could get at Walmart for $300? Baby, that's 3 seasons worth of flip-flops. I ain't lying, 3 years worth. I could, true Lord. Speaking of flip-flops, I got to go get me some because I have 2 pair and I don't want both of them to the beach. How both of them got both to, I don't know, but they both sandy. So now I got to go get some new ones because I ain't going to put them on my feet unless I'm going to the beach. But, yep. So you guys know this new school year is going to be something, but it's also going to be a chance to rally the troops. By rally the troops, I'm talking about your family, right? Your nucleus, your home, right? Those in your house or those that are involved. Maybe you are blessed and you are a multi-family together, like my family, Yo-Yo and Toya and Miss Mary. This how they work. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole system. And Shakira and Tavia, they all work together. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. They is a well-oiled machine. I didn't say they never no hiccups. What I'm saying is they is a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? They got their little tribe. They rally. They got that stuff lined up where to go. But, the truth is the tribes have got to get together. And we got to talk about what you're going to do, what's best for you and your family. Not all families have someone with this high risk, right? Some kids' grandparents are gone. There's some people whose parents have been gone for a long time. So they don't have grandparents. Then maybe no one in the house is high risk. Maybe the parents are younger, like Jonathan and Larice. If Jonathan, well, no, not Jonathan and Larice, but because Jonah's still so young. And it's kind of crazy what they're seeing this COVID virus do in children, right? I don't know if y'all looked at that, but it's kind of crazy what's happening in children. And they're finding that the virus, they have the antibodies, and then this is the way the system's reacting. Even if they tested negative to the swab or the serological test, they're still finding the antibodies in the children. They're finding a lot of this stuff in these different, inflammatory system issues. So syndrome, whatever, that they got a name for it and I don't remember it. But anyway, they're finding this. So we have to be really careful. But for a family like ours, Zane can't go back to school yet, right? And really, we're kind of on lockdown around here until there is something similar to a Tamiflu, right? Or a vaccine, whatever they come up with. But there's going to have to be something along those lines for my family for me to be safe,
for me to be well. But I understand that that is not the issue for all of America or even most of America. And I appreciate that. I think everybody else should go on and get back to what they want to do if they're well. And they should only make provisions and ways for those like myself or those families that are affected because of people like me, right? Households. Because there's no need because you're my cousin and I don't see you only if you live in the home. But y'all, they 8 people live in this house when Summer's home. So, y'all know I'm a firm believer in group economics. Group economics. Y'all look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about, because it is the way to go. Don't let them people tell you nothing different. You better stop being a fool talking about 2 women can't live under the same roof, or you can't have. Y'all better practice group economics. I'm gonna do a show on group economics. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but that's what I call it. But I'm gonna do a show on it, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about it because I believe y'all might look. If you practice group economics and you got a $1,500 rent or mortgage, but it's group economics. Only the adults that's hunching need a private room. Why your children can't share a room with other children? Y'all better learn. Look, y'all better be smarter. We gotta work smarter, not harder. You got 3 families in 3 different houses. They could have that one income in one. They could have 3 incomes in one house. Split all the bills 3 ways. Or parents, stop making your life's kids hell. Let them live at home and be adults. Let them have a savings and build and establish themselves. See, I'm going off on a tangent here, y'all, but it's a lot easier for your child to give you $200-300 a month than them paying a full house of bills by themselves while they trying to establish and figure out what they want to do, where they want to go. But that's just how we raise our children. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But any of our children that need to come home or even just want to come home, we will make it work. And all the married folks can have their privacy so they can hunch. If they ain't married, they ain't hunching. I don't know what to tell them. I ain't never hunched in my mother or father's house. So, well, not that anyway, like I said. No, they're not doing that around him. But that's a respect thing. I want them to respect me enough. But but then again, if you like Shay and Alfredo in such a committed relationship, they live together. How am I gonna tell them they can't sleep together? Who am I? But you know what happens? These parents, they want to still control their adult children. And they make it hell for them children. Come on, they still yours. You're still responsible for them. And I understand that some kids give their parents hell. You can't do that with everybody. I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of parents that have strife with their children because of them. It's really you. You are your child. You the problem. You're not in charge no more. They 18, right? Even if they living in your house, they 18. Now respect is to a dog, so that's a whole nother level. But if you can live together and respect one another, why not do just that? Y'all could really have some money. I'm just saying. Build a house, build you a daggone mansion. What happened if you need a 10-bedroom, 10-bath house? And everybody live in the house together. What if that's a $5,000 mortgage? Hold on. But you split it 4 ways. Y'all know that's only $1,250 a family, right? All 4 couples got a room and a bath. and then all y'all children can share the other 6. Come on, y'all tripping. But no, I don't know about $1,250. There's people that pay more than that in rent right now for a 2-bedroom. And my people up in New York and Jersey paying that for a studio apartment on efficiency. And God forbid my people in Cali, boy, my people on the West Coast, y'all sure get your head bust to the white meat for some rent and mortgage, the cost of living crazy. But it'd be $1,250 each, 4 ways. But you know, but that's how they do it. Because then the older people, as they age, they don't gotta go nowhere. They're already there and established, and you provide care for them. But y'all know I be talking. I know I talk crazy. But I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell y'all, because you know what? Over the years, hey, Miss Judy. Oh, I love you, beautiful. But yeah, y'all, you can't just be, you gotta think. We have to start to think for ourselves. You know, that's the one right that the Constitution gives all of us. And that and that's the one constitutional right don't nobody argue about. We have the right to think for ourselves and make decisions. But we would rather argue, fuss, and fight. Let me tell you something. Division brings strife. Strife brings division. Y'all, let me get it right now. Strife brings division, and division brings failure. You will always fail if you're divided. But you can't get people to see that. People think you just be crazy. There's people that think I'm crazy when I say certain things, but you know what? The truth is, the things I'm saying, that's how our family operates. That's how I operated before I got married, when I was single. Because I was a single mother for 14 years. Yes, there were different men. I done established I was a hoe. However, I was a single mom. I had to take care of mine. You understand me? I had to do what I had to do for mine and the people around me, and I'm not sorry for it either. I will never apologize for being a mother, and I'm not going to apologize for being April, because I don't really care. But if you can prove what I'm saying wrong, then you do it your way. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, you do it your way. I'm just telling you what works for our family, right? But we have 6 children. Javier, count Javier, right? Which we all know Javier would have graduated Friday, and he'll be 18 July 3rd. But all of them, even though we are here to help them and be there for them, none of them ask or really need us for much. What, we pay their cell phone while they're in school? We help the ones that lived here and got their license here get cars? Come on. What else can we do, right? I mean, but we're their parents. They didn't ask to come here. Not one of our children, I don't know about y'all's now. I don't know what happened at your house or with your babies, but none of our children. And when I say our children, Bryson was our nephew, right? Zane is our biological grandson that we adopted. So when I say our family, our 7, but I say 6 because Zane is so young, but they all right. What we do may not be perfect, but it works. It produces results. And you can't argue with results, right? You cannot argue with proof in the pudding. You cannot argue with results. So how we raise got children. Let me tell y'all something. Up until maybe 2 years ago, we still till today, right now, tonight, when we ate dinner, my entire house, we all sat down and ate dinner at the same time. By entire house, that includes with the exception of Zane. He wasn't hungry. Zane wasn't hungry, so he didn't have to eat. But myself, Julian, Jonathan, Larice, Summer, and Christopher, Javier is working. We all ate at the same time. We all cooked dinner, and now Larice and Jonathan, now they get their, they do things a little different, but we prepare our food and we eat. We all sit at the same time and we eat together. We still do that. That's something I've done with Summer and Jonathan and Bryson. I did that when they were little. That is something I always wanted to make sure, because I'm going to tell you something. My Mima and Gert would tell you the kitchen and food and cooking, that's where the love happens. And I'm going to tell you something. There is wisdom that has carried me through and will continue to carry me through that I got from both of those amazing women in the kitchen, cooking, sometimes doing dishes. But it was the time in there with them, with Gert and Mima, that was priceless. And that's why I could cook like I cook mine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I can go down a little bit now. I can cook a little bit, just like that. That much, I can cook about that much, y'all. But baby, what I cook is real good. Yes, sir. And my children, all of them can feed themselves too. Now, some are better cooks than others, but all of them can cook for themselves. None of them gonna be hungry, right? None of them will be hungry. All of them know how to do laundry and how to clean up. And they all know that to love themselves, and it's all right to go to dinner by yourself, to go to a movie by yourself. It's all right if Summer is not in a hurry to get a boyfriend or get married. She don't have to. Who told her what she got to do? God told me I could carry her and gave her to me. So I didn't tell her she got to, so who you is? And her daddy sure ain't told her, because her daddy tell her, baby, when college over in December, you come right back home. Yeah, Summer won't graduate till December. I know, y'all know she's a semester behind. Thank God she was ahead when she went, because she done changed majors 3 times. So, but they was all science majors, but she's changed 3 times. She went from doctor of pharmacy to nursing to now biology and molecular and cellular biology, whatever that means, with a minor in psych. She got a minor in psych. I told her she ought to have an A in psych. She ought to have a graduated top of the class with the highest GPA for a psych minor, because she had me for a test subject. I bet every paper she wrote was on one on her mama. What y'all think? I believe it. Every paper she wrote probably about me. Child or something happened in her childhood. Ooh, Lord. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was a crazy mama, I was crazy. I was not a bad mom, but I was different. I'm going to talk one day about as a mom, but man, let me tell y'all something. There is nothing in this world I take or took more serious than being a mother. And anybody that knows me and knew me when I was a single mom knew that. I did not take that task lightly. And that has been one of the most, being a mom is one of the most intense assignments I've ever had, but it's the most rewarding. And I'm getting to do it again with Zane. So I must have did something good the first time, right? God don't give me no another chance. He wouldn't have me raise another child if I was crazy, would he? So, and but we have phenomenal children. They really are. We are blessed. They ain't perfect now. Not now, none of them. Ooh, let me tell you something. They are some of the worst attitudes. Let me tell you something. Some of the worst attitudes in our 6 children. And I honestly, between Shay, Kyra, Summer, all 3 of the girls, Jonathan, Bryson, and Javier, all 6 of them, I don't know who got the worst attitude. I think Bryson probably has the least amount of attitude. It takes a lot to upset Bryson, right, for him to get mad where he really is. But, honey, the rest of them, now, Kyra may give you a little more room to hang yourself. But, baby, you get Shay or Summer wrong, they going to get you off their ass fast. I don't got to worry about none of them. And Javier, y'all think you nice and quiet. Javier will cut you. Javier has the strongest cutoff game of any of our children. Javier will stop speaking to you and not care. He could have, I've seen him talk to girls on the phone, y'all. He'd be on the phone with them every day. Every night. He'd be on the phone with them. Hey, Malzone, how are you and the family doing? But he would talk to them, I'm talking about religiously, y'all. And then all of a sudden, he just don't be talking to them no more. And I'd be like, what happened? He'd be like, oh, they said this or did that, and I'm not gonna. Look here, Javier, his cutoff game is strong. But because he will dismiss you and your entire life away from him. And he ain't gonna lose a minute of sleep about it. Child, he's not run behind no girls. And no, it ain't because he's a virgin. He is not a virgin. Hey, Sammy, how y'all you and the children? He's had 6. And which one of them? Which one of them you talk about? Which one of them are cancer? All of them is. No, you know what, Nicole? There's one of these children. You know we got 6 and 7, and none of them in the same month. Y'all know we have birthdays every month around here. You know I be getting in these. Well, let me tell y'all something. For this go, y'all gonna laugh at my ass. But listen here. Oh yeah. Listen, y'all. I got in these groups, right? That's like for women and stuff, and they be wanting to do like birthday gatherings for the month. And look, y'all, our birthday gathering right here that fit with the family. January is Jonathan's birthday. Who we got? We ain't got nothing February. March is Julian. April is me. We ain't got no May. June is Shay. July is Javier. August is Summer and Kyra. Kyra is his first on the 26th, and Summer's is the 28th. We have Zane on the 7th of September and Jonah on the 23rd. Larice is in October. My brother Chris is in November, and Bryson is in November. And then we have, whose birthday is in December? We ain't got one in December. Y'all, we be partying. I get more birthday cake. That's why I love birthday cake, because I get it all the time. I need to start baking my own cakes, but y'all, them cakes ain't good as Natalie. Hey, Natalie, if you see this, girl, I love you. But girl, them cakes is bomb bang good. Yep, Javier is your twin. I thought about it, Nicole. I didn't think about it, but I did when I thought when you said your birthday twin. Then I remembered. I don't know all them signs. All I know is I'm an Aries, and your brother, he's an Aries. And I think Summer and Kyra are Virgos. But this because they together is the only reason I know that. Oh, Jonathan said he's a Capricorn. But yeah. So the next birthdays we planning this year be Jonah's first birthday, Zane's birthday. Y'all know we do Zane's birthday big every year because Zane likes to go on holiday day. Y'all, Zane loves to go on holiday. And he loved to stay in a hotel. I know y'all have seen the pictures with Zane propped up in the bed at the hotel like he the king, like it's coming to America, right? And he's Prince Hakeem. Period. So yeah, and yeah, so we always do that for Zane because that is Zane's favorite thing to do is holiday in a hotel. You don't care what you do with the holiday at the hotel, as long as you on holiday at the hotel. So it is what it is. He get it from me. So but I plan to spend a lot of time at the beach this summer, guys. That means we're gonna have to put our tent up a lot. But the beach, I think I'm gonna tell you, we went and we had the walls up, right? The side walls on the tent on 3 sides, and it had only the front open to the ocean. And it was really, really kind of private and quiet. So that was really, really, really nice. And it also made us realize that maybe that is something that we can do and be safe, right? Because I don't go out, it's just safe, right? I can control who's around me, how close they are, what they're doing. But let me tell y'all what happened at the beach yesterday. At the beach yesterday, I was sitting down at the water when this occurred, right? I was sitting down at the water with but see how light this side is, y'all, so it's really not bad as this looks. But anyway, I was sitting down at the water with Zane, and this old Caucasian man, white man, I don't know that he was Caucasian, he was white-skinned. This white-skinned man with gray hair come down there with 2 dogs, 2 big old dogs, 2 big dogs, to the water. He had a plastic bag in his hand, right? Like a Winn-Dixie, a Walmart bag. Oh, y'all, excuse me. And I watched him go in the water. Well, I thought to myself, why he got the poop bag going in the water, right? But then I thought to myself, maybe he was walking the dogs and they pooped and he cleaned it up, but they hot. So, excuse me, he want to take them in the water. Well, excuse me, y'all. Well, all of a sudden I see this, excuse me, lifeguard young lady come running across me like this, and she running towards the water. But y'all know me, child, better watch them come by. I want to see who they going to get. So I leaned up in my chair and looked over. Child, it was that plastic bag that man carried in that water with him. Promise. It was the plastic bag he carried out there with him. Now, why he did that, right? That don't make no sense. But he did it. He did it. But I'm going to let y'all go. It's after 10. Time for me to get back to my mama and wife self. And I want to thank you guys for coming on here. You know, excuse me, y'all. This really gives me a chance. And I promise I got hiccups. But I only grow this way, not that way. You know, deep and wide, I grow wide when I get hiccup. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all coming on here, listening to me, interacting with me. Please be back here. I'll be back Wednesday at 9, going live. Oh, excuse me. Go on and click the follow. Y'all, I'm learning. So go on, oh Jesus, on Real Life Talk with April here on this page. Y'all go ahead and follow my Facebook page so you can get any updates when I go live. I go live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 9 o'clock. And sometimes I'm on 15 minutes and sometimes I'm on, what, I've been on an hour and 5 minutes now. So, but go, if there's any questions or comments that you have or anything you would like me to chat about, please come on. maybe you want me to talk about it a specific day because you'll know you'll be able to come on. I'm more than happy to do that. I will continue to discuss PTSD and different things that we deal with in our home or that we experience. Oh gosh, y'all, these hiccups is getting my behind. But yeah, I mean, as we travel this summer, I hope we get to Oklahoma to Miss Angela. That is really the main trip. If I can't go there, I don't have no business going nowhere else because that is our grandbaby and I have not put my hands on her yet. Neither has Julian. This is ridiculous. But yes, we'll be getting out there to see them. And but when I do, I'm going to be going live from there because I really want the chance to talk with Kyra and Travis and different things like that. Not only that, I want you guys to know my family. They are so important to me. Now, they may tell me they don't want to go on, but you know, I asked Shay, I may do a girls' night just with my daughters. The 5 of us, because we'll include Larice, which chat if we all together. But that's the type of stuff I want to do, y'all. I want you to see in my life, my family. I want to talk to you about things that work for us, how we living, what we doing. Different things that I think are beneficial to us, right? Like group economics. Not paying your children to help keep your house clean. Your children don't deserve chores. But, you know, that gives a sense of entitlement. I ain't never been paid to clean a house. Any of the rest of y'all been paid to clean a house? I got a cleaning business, and I don't clean. I don't really have one. You know, I just sit back here and keep the schedule. But, yeah, well, I don't know. I think I just want to clean where I live, right? Or help, you know, my family. Whoever needs help cleaning. But and not only that, after I go off here, I get uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you missed this, first of all, share it right from here. I need to tell y'all to share when you come on, but I forget about all the logistics because I just be wanting to chat. And then today, you know, a lot of stuff happened. So I really just wanted to chat with you guys about that stuff. But, you know, if you missed it, go back and watch it. Julian had a PTSD episode today, and Zane had an episode today, which I talked about both. I don't talk as in detail about Zane because he is a child, and I don't want anything I ever say to be used against him or for someone to use to harm him. So I'm very mindful of what I say when it comes to him. But you guys, just have a great night. Oh gosh, and I will see you guys on Monday. Today is Monday. On Wednesday at 9 p.m. Good night.